All right, welcome to Hodges Heroes as we are trying to make the most of our mess. In previous episodes, we've talked about things like how do you know something, what do you do when you figure out something's not right? What's it like working with teachers and with therapists and doctors? We went over some of the importance of things like respite care. But today we mentioned it some in the last episode. We wanted to talk a little bit more about one of the areas where we found some tremendous support, and that's Special Olympics. Janine, tell us a little bit more about it.
So, if you go to specialolympics.org, you can look up what Special Olympics is, who it's for, all the different sports and seasons. And there are so many different sports. And what this basically does, it gives people who have disabilities the opportunity to compete, to feel included. And quite honestly, there's not an age limit. So, you can go all the way to, 60, 70.
And just to note, this is when we say Special Olympics, these are people that have any number of disabilities. We're not talking about
Right.
people with just autism or intellectual delay. I mean, this could be a physical disability, any number of things. But in our particular environment, we kind of got involved with Special Olympics kind of two ways. There's multiple avenues to it, but there's kind of like Special Olympics proper, and where it's all kind of run through Special Olympics. It's obviously volunteer led. Uh,
Community based.
yeah, based in your particular area in your region. So you can have like a citywide, a statewide, that kind of thing. We started out with bowling and powerlifting. Is
Well, we actually started out when Tyler had started when we moved to Central Florida at a specialized school. I think that was our
Yeah,
first
our first experience
first
there.
experience. And then when he was no
But
longer at that
and
school,
in that school, it was school based, but it
right.
was a school based program that was a wholly Special Olympics
It
program.
was basically a school team, like a team of
Yeah,
Special Olympics athletes that competed in Special Olympics. So yeah.
correct. But there are also things where it's just straight up in the community. Like we're in Western Orange County, so we have certain things that are just Western Orange County students kind of thing.
So tell the sports that Tyler has done
So
so
at,
far.
at this point, we've done Special Olympics bowling, we've done Special Olympics powerlifting,
Basketball,
Special Olympics basketball.
football.
Well, football was unified.
True, but we also did cornhole, which was also unified. But
So
all those
let's
activities are
talk a little bit
also
about
community.
unified.
Okay, let's go
Unified
unified.
goes as a kind of like a subcategory inside of Special Olympics, where the disabled person as well as a non-disabled person. So in Tyler's school, uh, his school's done a really good job. Has one of the first
Yes.
programs inside of Orange County that does this.
Phenomenal. And I will say most high schools do not have this. So if your child's at a high school, this is an amazing opportunity.
And Special Olympics pays for all of it. That's
Yeah,
the cool
yeah,
thing about
yeah.
it is that it's not has to be funded by the
FHSAA
yeah the
or whatever
county
your
stuff.
local governing
Um,
sports.
so it's non-disabled peers and disabled peers come together and they play on the same team.
And the disabled peer is considered the athlete, where the non-disabled peer is the partner. So you've got partners and athletes on the same team.
So he's done flag football with
Hmm.
Unified Sports. He's
Hmm.
done cornhole with Unified Sports.
And
He's
basketball.
done basketball. The program that the school also has a cheer program that is a similar environment. He hasn't done that yet, and I think at one point they were doing an esports
They were
program.
talking about that. I don't know if it got off the ground. Sorry, our dog's playing with something down
Yeah, I
here,
bought her a bone to distract her so
and
that she
it's making
wouldn't,
a lot of
you
noise.
know, you know, be in the middle of this. Anyhow, bless our mess, making the most of it. But one of the cool things that came for us, I mean, obviously there's a huge amount of benefits for Tyler to be able to just to experience what it's like to be on a sports team, to compete,
Sure.
to get some energy out, to and in the unified program, one of the really cool things is he's gotten a chance to get some community,
Yeah.
to have some people that he can hang out with, that he can talk to, that he can text and call. I don't know how they haven't blocked him yet, as much as he texts him and calls
I
him.
mean, you're not wrong.
And if you are listening to this and you are one of Tyler's friends that he called, like feel free to block him. It's
We
okay.
won't be offended.
It's
He won't be either.
sometimes it's it just has to be what it is. He's looking at me funny now, but the the community that we as parents received from others that are going through similar stages of life has been
Okay.
it's been tremendous for us
Yeah.
because they've been where we've been. Sometimes they've been beyond where they've been where we're getting ready to go, and
Correct.
they can give us some insights to say, hey, check out this program, or have you tried this resource, or this particular doctor is really good. You should go check this out. Those are the things that have been a tremendous resource for us as we've gone through this journey.
Right. And I know I had a situation probably 6 or 9 months ago where Tyler was at a powerlifting tournament. And quite honestly, we were dealing with some behaviors and it had become very challenging. And I was sitting by a mom and a grandma of some of the other athletes. And mind you, the athletes are all different ages. So in his powerlifting group, shout out to CrossFit Winter Garden and the Wolfston Powerlifting by the amazing coach Lee Lovett. Um, I've learned a lot from these families, but again, they're on different journeys. Some of the athletes on his powerlifting team are 42 years of age. Some are 17, some are 26, some are 21. And so people have gone through different situations that we haven't gone through yet, or maybe we're going through. So I was talking to this parent, this grandma, we're sitting there, and I'm like, y'all, I said, I doubt you guys have been through this, but we're going through X, Y, and Z. Proceeded to say, hey, this is what we're dealing with right now. And we don't know what to do. And I'm in education, my husband's, in a mental health company, and we are just absolutely lost and we are struggling. And it just so happened one of the parents I was speaking with is a professional in some of these areas, and she talked about their journey. One of the grandmas was talking about, oh yeah, we dealt with something very similar years ago. Here's what we did. And I left that powerlifting tournament while my kids, getting a trophy because he's having a good time and doing something and people are cheering for him. Sorry, he's getting ice right now. I left that situation being and feeling encouraged because I left with some names, some websites, some resources that I have spent the last few months contacting to try to get my child more support.
And there's sometimes we are the recipient of those things,
Hmm.
where sometimes we're the giver of those things.
Correct.
There's some things that, hey, we've been through, we know a little bit more about, we can talk about, hey,
Right.
here's something we learned, here's something to pay attention to, here's something we can, to figure out.
Right. And I know oftentimes you've said like being a special needs parent or family is what? A club
Yeah,
that,
you're a member of an exclusive club that nobody wanted to join.
yeah, I mean, that's accurate. And that's truth. That's bare bones. But again, we're making the most of our mess and we're trying to, be involved in our special needs community. So again, I would suggest, if you're interested in getting your child or even your older child involved, again, go to
Or maybe you're
specialolympics.org.
watching this and you're like, man, I don't have kids with special needs, but I'd like to be more active. Man, be a unified partner.
Yeah.
Yeah, if your kid you have a kid that's in, middle high school type of age,
Yeah.
man, join a team, be a friend to somebody that's working through that.
The other side of it is they are always looking for volunteers. Sometimes,
For
some
Special Olympics proper, you're
for
talking
special, yeah,
about.
for Special
Yeah.
Olympics proper, but even for the unified teams, you can volunteer to be a coach. You can be an assistant coach. You can come out and run drills. Obviously you have to go through different certifications, fingerprinting,
Background
all that.
checks, all that kind of stuff.
Right. But I'm just talking about Special Olympics proper. When they do those tournaments, like when they do, I know when Tyler does the huge bowling regionals. Oh my goodness, I've never been to a bigger
There's
bowling.
100 bowling alleys
Yeah, it's like it's
in one
crazy.
building.
80 to 100 and every single lane is taken. You've got parents. I mean, there are
And
probably
and at
a
every
ton of
lane, there's
people.
somebody there that's scoring things. It's there for answering questions,
Yep.
to tell you
Running
what
scores.
lane to bowl on.
Right.
So that's an afternoon to be able or a
Yeah.
morning to afternoon
Yeah.
to be able to kind of to volunteer at. But those are some cool things that you can get the opportunity just to hang out with somebody.
Yeah.
Be a resource. Uh,
Be a
Free
friend.
up parents like me to be able to have conversations with other parents, because I'm not having to sit there and tell my kid which lane to bowl on and
Right.
what to
Or
do
you
in
need to go
this.
sit down or it's your turn.
But it gives you, it's just a really cool way to give back. And if you're hearing this and you go, man, I want to be involved with this, then that's a really cool way to get involved.
So that concludes this episode.
All right, thanks so much.
All right.